Hey guys, this is Matt with another Minecraft video. So I've got a story to share with you this time around, and I need your advice on something, so please use the comments below. And here's the story. So I was exiting a building just recently, and I saw someone who was approaching that building, and so I did what any decent person should do. I held the door for them. But in that moment, I noticed this person who'd been cruising along at their own speed, enjoying their own day at their own pace. Suddenly, they saw I was holding the door and felt the need to step up their pace. Like, they didn't want to see me holding the door for them. They felt like, wow, I better, help this guy out because he's holding the door for me. And I realized that I hadn't really helped this person in any way, shape, or form. Like they were enjoying life at their own pace, and suddenly my door holding need caused them to have to hurry up and run towards me in order to take the door from me. And it occurred to me that maybe door holding is not such a good thing. I mean, how many times have you been cruising along doing your own thing and suddenly, someone's holding a door for you and you feel the need, like that inexplicable need to like run or hurry up or otherwise, take that door from them because, here they are doing you a solid and you don't want to like be in their debt or you don't want them to have to, be sitting there, holding the door for you for a long time. So we hurry up. And I don't think it actually helps the person that needs the door open, and I don't think it helps the person that needs to like get on with their day and leave the door behind. I think we should just all kind of just accept the fact that everybody's got to open the door for themselves. What do you guys think? Is door holding a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so as you can see, I'm back here just kind of wandering around. Last few moments of the evening, I've gone ahead and created an infinite water supply at this little base I have near the surface. I'm trying to get my food situation sorted out because basically I've had no food for a while. I finally have some food cooking up here. We can see I've got 9 steak. I'm going to have a total of 12 in just a little bit. And just getting this all prepared to head back down into the depths. I'm going to need to repair my armor really soon. I've got lots of iron blocks to do that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just get all things tidied up and head back down. Okay, my food situation is sorted. I'm going to be eating the stuff that doesn't stack first. So that's the mushroom stew. And I'm ready now to head back down into the depths. I'm a little bit hungry, but, again, food is really low. So I want to allow myself to get down to 3 food before I start eating anything. And off we go. Let's see. We got a little dude come up here. Oh my God, I'm hearing a creeper somewhere. I can't see a creeper. Not sure what's going on here. Oh! Oh my God! I do not know where that came from. Oh my! Oh my! 1.5 hearts. 1.5 hearts. Run! Oh! Oh! I do not know what happened there. There was a creeper. I did not see a creeper. I'm gonna have to play back this video and see. Oh my Lord, where that came from. I just about lost my hardcore game. Oh my God. I am now at half hearts and I'm healing at least. But wow, I got down to 1.5 hearts. A creeper blew me up in my little mushroom, or in my, I'm eating mushroom stew, something about mushrooms, in my little water elevator, and it caused me to fly through the air. And I landed. I had 1.5 hearts. That's how quickly this game can go, guys. You can just be killed, just straight up slain. Oh, I need to get back. I'm going to try to find someplace safe and let my nerves settle because that just freaked me out. We've made really good progress in this game. It was almost all just gone. This is a hardcore game. I do not have saves of this game. If I die in this game, then the world's just destroyed. That's the way it is. Oh my God. I'm gonna just chill here. I picked up some iron that was hanging out here, and I guess we got to carry on. Back at full health. Got just chicken and a bunch of steak left, but I've got to be really careful here. I'm going to be using my arrows here. So oftentimes I will force myself into into oh geez Lord, melee combat and try to save arrows, but I'm not going to try to save arrows here. I figure that I've taken enough damage and my food supply. I just can't take damage. Like if I'm taking damage, then I'm losing food. Damage equals like lost food, and I just don't have the food to lose. So that was pretty good actually. I don't think I took any hits there from a creeper and a skeleton pair that were after me. My shield took hits, but that's what the shield's there for. So I'm going to head back down and try to get back to this base I've been developing. My goal for this video, one of my goals, is to kind of create a permanent base for myself. I've got the location now. I just need to move my stuff in there, set up my enchanting table, start to get. See, I got some leather from the cows that I killed last session, so I'm going to try to turn that into one or more bookshelves and start doing some serious enchanting, because this whole thing running around in just iron with no enchanted armor or weapons is not doing it. You know what I mean? Wow, I just about died from that creeper. I need to do something about that. And my food supply is wrecked. So I'm going to spend a little time here and take this dark tunnel that I've got over here and use it to plant. I think I'll do the red mushrooms here. I've got fewer of them. I've only got 15 red mushrooms. I've got some like 38 brown mushrooms. So need to choose places that are in the dark, and then I'm trying to leave 2 squares, 2 blocks between each red mushroom. And I might as well just go ahead and fill this in right here, just so I don't have to be jumping up and down. I like to keep things as simple as possible, and I'm leaving a space in between each one of these because I want to have as many spaces as possible for mushrooms to spawn, right? So a mushroom can potentially spawn to anywhere around, I think actually within 2 blocks of a mushroom. Probably go and fill this in a bit here as well. And my goal here is to have a sustainable food supply. Now, for those who've been watching this, you know that this is my uber hardcore zombie lord game, which means I'm playing as if I was a zombie. I know it's kind of a silly premise, but why not? And as a result, I'm going to need to find ways other than farming, because zombies don't farm, to keep myself in food. So I'm going to be raiding things like, on the surface, cows like you just did last session, but I think mushrooms are kind of a decent food source for a zombie as well. So I'm planting mushrooms. I will, again, I'm not really doing true farming. No, there's not going to be wheat or carrots or potatoes or things like that. But I will go ahead and place mushrooms, and then if mushrooms happen to grow, then and spread, then I will harvest them and make mushroom stew out of them. I think that's fine. So I'm going to just put all my mushrooms down here, and I won't have, if I put everything down, I won't have anything for mushroom stew. So I'm just gonna have to survive off of my 1 cooked chicken and 12 steak, and hope that I'll be able to see more mushrooms grow. So I'll be coming back here periodically, and one of the interesting things about doing it this way is that whenever I do go back to get food, I'm going to have to, by definition, come into tunnels that are poorly lit or not lit at all, like in this case. And that means that there's a chance for combat. So, as you know, I want this game to be combat rich. This is not the type of game where I build myself a house and I hide in it at night and then I come out and farm during the day. That'd be boring to play and be boring to watch, I think. But so now I'm going to need to find a place for brown mushrooms. Do the same thing for brown mushrooms at some point. It's also time to put some of this iron to work. As you can see, my my armor is done. I can get hit like 19 more times before I lose my boots. 28 times before I lose my leggings. About the same for my chest plate. So it's time to go ahead and create better armor for myself to wear. And I'm just going to go ahead and craft it all right now and put it on. And then I will, as I did with my helmet before, for those that saw my previous episode, I'm going to go ahead and keep the what am I trying to say? I'm going to go ahead and keep the damage stuff and be able to swap it out and repair it once it gets damaged as well. So I'll put the new stuff on. Once the new stuff starts taking damage, I'll take the really beaten up old stuff and combine it with that in order to get more durability out of it. So here I go, swapping it all out, and yeah, so much better. My shield's pretty wrecked too. I've got 42 left, but taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? And getting back into the blocks of iron. 27 blocks of iron, not too bad. Harvest a little bit of sugarcane. I'm going to make some paper here and combine that with some leather to make books. And ultimately, the time has come for bookshelves. That's always an exciting part of the game when you begin actually really enchanting. And I think I'm about ready for that now. So I took some of the wood that I've gotten from the surface world and turned that to planks. And I'm a librarian, Mefro the librarian. Booyah! So I'm going to take this uh, enchanting table and all this stuff over here. I'm going to move it over to my new location and build a permanent base with some awesome enchanting going on there. And here we are right in the middle of this. It should have plenty of room for enchanting uh, bookshelves around there, and leave one space for bookshelf. And there we go. So now I can begin enchanting. I actually have a little bit better enchantments than what I did first time round. Obviously, I want to be able to add more bookshelves, as many as possible, up to 15, so that I can do the higher level enchantments. Not sure when that's going to happen, but let's just start off with a bow right here, see what this will give us. Power 1. Yeah, I mean, right now I need pretty much anything. So we have our first enchanted weapon. It's a bow, and I'm down to level 28. I do like to make 30th level enchantments whenever possible. So we will go off and kill some stuff, get some XP, and see if we can't build up a whole set of good enchanted armor and weapons, preparing ourselves to tackle the Nether and ultimately the end. Heading out from the base, and oh, here's a nice little target to test out our enchanted bow on. One shot. Let's see how many shots it takes with the power 1. Full pull. 2 shots. 2 shots at a creeper. That's the best we've been able to do thus far. And I saw there was a drop over there. It looks like we've got a skeleton here with an enchanted bow. That's interesting. So when we start to see enchanted items on mobs, that generally means that we've been living in one space for a while. And the way that Minecraft works is the local difficulty level increases. All right. And there we are. And the longer you stay in one place, the more difficult it gets. And part of that is reflected in mobs that have enchanted weapons. We should see mobs spawning with armor more frequently. At least it's my understanding of how it works. I think that's how it works. But that's potentially exciting and a little dangerous. It means that the mobs are going to just keep increasing. And because I don't have, I'm not building doors. I'm not creating a bunker really that I can hide within. It means there's going to be more combat. I guess it'll be offset somewhat from me lighting up the place. It may force the newly spawned mobs to be in places other than where I'm at, but that's okay. I like combat, and there's going to be plenty of it. I'm going to try to avoid eating these 12 steaks. Let's see if we've had any mushrooms, any red mushrooms grow from where we're growing mushrooms. Oh, and we've got some mobs there. Um, and let's see if I can't take this guy out. Ow, ow, ow. I just got slowed. Just got hit by a potion of slow. And here's a second witch. Just go and hit him. 2 shots, and that's not too bad. And number 3, this should be fine. I'm going to come in here and save an arrow. And oh. Maybe I should not have saved an arrow. Oh, man, I just got poisoned here. This is, oh, great. And I've got a bunch of zombies coming for me. I'm down to few hearts here and lots of zombies. Okay, killed 2 out of 3. Okay, this is not too bad. I think we can keep this going. How long does this stuff last? I don't remember it lasting this long. I'm down to half hearts, and I am now no longer healing, it looks like. Oh, man. And I don't see any mushrooms that have grown. I'm going to have to hide here. Any little hit now, if a skeleton's out there, he can sock me up. Oh, man, this sucks. Okay, all right. So now I'm healing up. Yeah, healing definitely seems to be faster than I remember it. I think they must have changed things around. So, okay, I'm down to 7 hearts, 7.5 hearts, something like that. And let's see if we've got any red mushrooms. There's one. So we've had 1 red mushroom grow. Unfortunately, my whole purpose for going up here was to save my steak. I had 12, and now I have 10. And I got 1 red mushroom out of that. So that was yet another big bust. That was not cool. Man, I guess I can make 1 mushroom stew. Yay. And I gotta eat it just to heal the damage I took. So I am actually, even that red mushroom, all I did was lose 2 steak and a brown mushroom from going up here. So that was a total bust. I am packing up this little base here, and I'm going to move it as best I can to my new location. Got, looks like that's all I can take here. I'm going to have to come back and get these, but ultimately I'm going to be moving to that new base right now. So that's it. The new base is set up as best I'm going to do for now. And I'm going to head back and see if I can get some more mushrooms. As you can see, I am at 3 drumsticks of hunger. And hopefully this time will be a little bit better. I'm just looking to see if I can't find some extra red mushrooms that have hopefully grown. Okay, here we've got some. And craft some mushroom stew in order to be able to appease my hunger without using up my steak. My steak is not readily, easily renewable. I have to go up onto the surface, which is dangerous. There's a second one. Cool. And looks like there were only 2 new mushrooms. I'm going to stand here for a minute and go ahead and craft a stew here. And at least this is a way of keeping myself alive down here in the depths. But it's not great. And now my stew's gone. But so the question then is, do I use that for another stew? I was thinking about possibly taking that last red mushroom and planting it so that maybe it could slowly start to increase the size of my mushroom farm. But I don't think I don't think I'm ready to do that yet. So there's always the possibility. So I'm going to be going to the Nether at some point in the near future, and I know mushrooms grow on the Nether, so that may be another source for seed mushrooms, if you will, to help me build out mushroom farms that I can use to get more food. So here's my ore chest right here. As you can see, I've been collecting ores. I've got a fair amount right now, and right now I'm just going to be using some iron here to craft a brand new shield because my current shield is just about done. And shields are pretty tough. They last a good long time, but I get hit a lot, as you can probably tell. So I will do what I always do and swap out the shield I have for fresh one. I'm going to keep the old one around and use it to combine with the damaged new shield whenever that is damaged. So I managed to get quite a few more ores and things like that, and otherwise, light up the space better. But ultimately, I just used up the last mushroom stew. I'm back to steak as being my primary food source. I don't want to use steak if I can avoid it. Steak stacks, gives you more health or more food for each unit, so it's really good. But ultimately, it's going to go away, and instead, we'll be just forced to have mushroom stew. This appears to be a new area I've not seen before. Um, and a little bit of combat looks like it's going to be coming up. So, little scaly, ooh, creeper. I'm going to go and burn some arrows because, again, my food is low, and I've got a power 1 bow, so that's pretty nice. I haven't really done any enchanting. Oh, man. I hate archer duels, but that wasn't too bad. So he's dropped dropped a bow. I'm looking for arrows. I care more about arrows than a bow at this point. But oh, this is actually the entrance over here. I didn't even realize it. So over there is yeah, I've been here before. And did I see a? Oh man, God, there's a lot of mobs. I don't have a way up here. This is not very good. Okay, I'm running away, and gonna just have to chill here, firing arrows. See if I can get this guy. Ah, I'm getting creamed here. Sorry, I'm having to focus here for a minute. Um, okay, and is that an Enderman? I think I see an Enderman over there. I want to pick this stuff up and then maybe go check this out. I would love to get this Enderman. Now, 9 times out of 10, when I see an Enderman, I'm going to go after it. But I only do so from a safe location, like an area where I can retreat to that's 2 blocks high so I don't get pummeled by the Enderman. But I'm not doing it this time. I mean, just look at my situation. I'm down 3.5 hearts. Yes, I could eat a steak, but I only have 10 of them. And they're just too valuable to me right now. I just don't have the capacity for a really tough battle. I'm really trying to avoid getting wounded, and that's not really working out too well because I keep getting hit. But anyway, I'm going to just pass on that battle for now. I'm down to 17 arrows as well, so I'm going to have to collect these that I fired and missed with. So I guess I'm up to where it should be to 19. And I really, really need food again. So here's a couple mushrooms. It's not really producing what I'd like it to produce. I'm going to have to put out more mushrooms, I think, in order to get a decent level of production here in order to allow me to survive this thing. So I'm going to cruise back here, and I've got to eat. I'm down 3.5 hearts, and I'm trying to save my steak. Steak is more useful to me in a battle. So here's a couple mushroom stew. I'm going to have to eat one just almost immediately here. And then I will have one mushroom stew remaining, and then a bunch of steak. I'm going to keep the steak in my hot slot just because that's really more battle ready food, where if I'm in battle and I need to eat and I'm getting damaged, I need to eat again, I want to have that steak there. I don't want to have to be trying to goof around swapping out stuff in my inventory. But at some point, I'm going to need to get more mushrooms growing. I just can't survive this way. I think at this point I'm going to head back to base and call this an episode. Lots of crazy stuff happened this time around. Let's see, I got blown up by a creeper down to 1.5 hearts. I got poison brought down to just 1/2 a heart by a witch. I did manage to get my red mushroom farm growing and to save my 10 steak that I have. I've got this new base set up and everything's moved over. I've got my enchanting table, one bookshelf. So this is a start. Like and subscribe, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.